We're engaging in human-cyborg relations here on My Sketchy Habit. Hello, my name's Patrick, I'm an artist, and this is My Sketchy Habit, where we draw every day and we don't have to be ashamed. That's right, we are an art-positive community. We have a Discord, you can join down below, hang out with other art people. We call ourselves the Doodle Croodle. Come join the Doodle Croodle, show us what you can doodle do. For now, we're going to draw the last of our Star Wars characters put into Adventure Time. And we've got another 2-for-1 deal. We've got R2-D2 and C-3PO. I think they turn out great. Let's get to the art. So we're kicking off with R2-D2. And of course, there's no one quite like R2-D2 in the Adventure Time world than BMO, which means that we need to sort of live off of this idea of a BMO-esque shape turned into an R2-D2-esque being. So you can see I'm trying to experiment a bit with like a face and some panels. And of course the lettering on the side doesn't quite work the way I want it to. And so I do go back and make some changes to particularly the upper half. I feel like the face kind of robs R2-D2 of what makes them R2-D2. And so I do eventually just get rid of the literal face for the more specific to R2-D2 face, being primarily the thick lines, not the thick lines, the lens, and things like that. You can see here I'm beginning to experiment and test some of the waters of what makes my R2-D2 R2-D tick. There we go. We're just gonna get rid of that, and we put the face on the button. A lot more appropriate, a lot more R2. We actually curve out some of those things and replace a few of our panels to be a little bit more accurate. I think originally I drew this without actually using reference, and that really cost the image something. So I went back and got some reference, and this is our R2-D2 looking good. It's game time! The game part of the show, where we play a game. We're doing Disney speed draws this week. We have about a minute left. A minute left? We have about a minute to draw a Disney character. You have about that time to guess. Good luck! So we're going to draw C-3PO in the Adventure Time style, and of course for C-3PO we needed to find an annoying character who was primarily yellow, and so I decided to base it off of Lemon Grab himself, that disastrous character who doesn't know exactly what to do with himself at any time. So I gave him a lemony head, and then, you know, I experimented a bit with the nose and realized, nah, it's sort of losing the R2-D2. Nope, C-3PO of it all. And so you can see here I'm just sort of messing around, trying to find the vibe that manages to connect with both IPs at the same time. I think this is more or less where I land with this slightly smaller nose, but still with the very mask-like features. And we want to give him a long tubey body like a human might have, because despite being a robot, he's very humanoid. And yeah, there's a lot of detail to C-3PO. I can't keep saying that the entire day. And so, you know, we want to give that human vibe, Adventure Time human vibe, so long legs and limbs on a very narrow tubular body. And really, I think what we have works out real well. As you can see, he's coming together nicely. I think I might nudge the head a little bit to make it taller. And truly, this is C-3PO we can all get behind. Now it's just a matter of getting that line art in there. This one's a little bit harder to get the line art quite right. It's going to require a lot of line thickness change and detail choices, such as the detail of connecting the line between the eyes. I said no because it covers my classes. And here we're just sort of deciding which pieces go on top of what other pieces and how they all go together. Ultimately, for this line art, the sketch is pretty solid, which means that we don't have to spend too much time. We just need to sort of like pull out the little details that we weren't able to fully convey in our messy, loose sketch. And really, we've got a great little C-3PO coming together here. We'll be back to color both R2-D2 and C-3PO in just a second. It's time for the dad joke, bad joke. That's right, my dad sends me a joke every single day in WhatsApp. I like to cook them up so I can give them back to you. And today we have one all about droids. Why was the droid angry? Why was the droid angry? Because people kept pushing its buttons. Because people kept pushing its buttons. Why was the droid angry? Because people kept pushing its buttons. It's the dad joke, bad joke. Real bad. Real joke. Let's get back to the art. And so yeah, it's time for us to color our R2-D2. I do make a little bit of an adjustment before we get started in colors. And we want to stick with those very authentic whites and grays and blues and whatnots to make this character feel very R2-D2-y. R2-D2-y? R2-D2-ish? I don't know. Either way, it's pretty straightforward to make this character look great. I think they turned out pretty fun. I think I do darken in that face almost so much that you can't see it, but I do like the darker image. It fits the R2-D2 vibe of it all so much better. And yeah, we've given this little, we test out the idea of a lighter face and ultimately remove the face. That's why I didn't know the face was there, because I ultimately got rid of it. We're gonna give some shiny glare to this, and or try to get the face in, maybe? I don't think the face lives. Oh, it does live! Maybe? Nope, it's gone. Art. R2-D2. Looking great. C-3PO, we said it was after lemon grab, so we tone up that gold into more yellow, and does that really create a look here? I think we end up doing some light yellows as well, or dark yellows, to really pull together the different pieces to make it a little bit more dramatic in places. And ultimately we have a pretty straightforward C-3PO. And that is it for our lovely droids, R2-D2 and C-3PO. They're looking fantastic, a little lemon grabby, a little BMO-y, and super great. I cannot wait to add them to our full image. Let's take a look at our Adventure Time Star Wars characters. It's gonna look pretty great. Let's take a moment to look at it. We also have an art gallery where I love to share your art. We collected all there, and I put it here at the end of the video when we have some. We also have a month-long sheet of inspirations. This month the theme is video games. Yesterday the word was food, and here's my glorious food. I would love to see what you come up with. Over the weekend we're going to have a few more words, but for today we have one more word, and it is NPC. NPC. What will you make when inspired by the word NPC? Is that words or letters? Anyways. Words are letters, but not all letters are words. Is that how that works? Look, join the Doodle Curdle. Art positive people who just love to share art and encourage each other. And yeah, link down below. For now, we've arrived at the end of our video, and we've arrived at the end of this week. It's always sad to see it go, but it happens. That's right, we have arrived at the end of the week, and that means we have a new theme for next week. It's going to be pretty good. I'll be drawing Final Fantasy monsters that I've never seen before, and they turn out weird and wacky and wonderful. It's going to be super fun. I cannot wait to share that with you. But before we go, all that remains is for us to go over the one rule of my sketchy habit, which is this: don't tell anyone about our sketchy habit. That's between you and me. That's going to be it for today. Thanks, friends, for being here. And of course, till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!